What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Where Did All My Friends Go? A podcast about life in the music industry. I'm your host, as always, Patrick Tarnowski. I always do that. I can never say my name right. With me is my co-host, Matt Reed. You like it. You love when I do that, Matt. You love it.
You know, we're only 150 episodes in. You'll get your last name eventually.
Well, like over 100 episodes, still can't get my own name right. But today we've got Marcus and Alex from Rhode Island band, another one down. Friends, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Thank you for having us.
Heck yeah, it's great. It's gonna be a great time. We're gonna do some talkings.
I love talking.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Matt, did I break you already?
You're camp counselor Pat.
I'm
off
in it.
Pat.
I'm in the zone.
It does have that vibe.
That I'm a camp counselor.
Camp counselor.
I've never been.
That's a good vibe.
Cool. I've never been to camp. What kind of camp would I be a counselor at?
I don't know. Gym camp.
I don't
Rock
think so.
camp.
Rock camp. Oh, yeah. Man. Hit that drum harder, Timmy. You suck.
Yeah,
Get it together.
Yeah, there it is.
Sure,
Okay.
it's-
Now,
Work on it.
hit the pool. Because there's always some sort of lake or something, right? At least to every camp I've ever seen on a movie.
Yeah, they're always going like kayaking or canoeing or something.
Best camp movie of all time, though, Camp Nowhere. That's a good one. Have you ever seen that with Christopher Lloyd?
I haven't seen that one.
Oh boy,
Yeah, Mark's shocked you haven't seen that. I haven't seen it, but I'm shocked you haven't seen it.
that and Heavyweights. Those are great.
The only camp movie I can think of off the top of my head is Wet Hot American Summer. Oh, I guess, and kind of The Parent Trap at the beginning, but
Yeah.
No, Friday the 13th, man. That whole series is just
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, okay. Well, that's a whole different.
That's
ballpark.
the best. That's the best kind of camp.
Those are the best, worst movies ever made.
Oh, I love Jason Voorhees. He's a hero, man. Look, okay, hear me out. His mom has she watched her kid die, man. Those camp counselors did jack shit.
Yeah, no.
They were banging.
They were.
She was pissed. She took them out. Fuck it. Fuck you.
Understandably so. And I mean, like, hey, what I take away,
She's a loving mother.
It was a recent conversation between my girlfriend and I came to the realization. I was like, oh my god, Jason Voorhees is just like Hollywood's depiction of someone who's like I guess disadvantaged.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that because I've loved those movies since I was a child, and I actually work in the field with folks who are like developmentally disadvantaged, physically disadvantaged.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my god, that's absolutely terrible.
Well, right. And and like, even the second movie starts with Jason, and he goes after the lady that killed his mom. It all starts because he watched his mom get killed. Come on,
Maybe he's not that bad.
He's not. I don't think he's as bad as some people make him out to be. A lot of these, especially if you go back to like old horror movie stuff with like the black and white with Frankenstein.
Like Nosferatu and like
Frankenstein. He didn't ask to come back, and he just wanted to play. And then they tried to kill him.
Yep.
Creature of the Black Lagoon. He just wanted to be loved.
He definitely went out the wrong way, but yeah. There's different ways you can do it.
I guess. Okay. Enough with monster movies and stuff. So y'all took over the Open Your Ears Records Instagram. You took it over yesterday. You shared you guys are working on some new music. What? can people expect from the new Another One Down?
So yesterday we actually weren't working on like new stuff. We were recording a cover,
Oh, okay.
which I'm not going to reveal what it is. It's a
Awesome.
surprise, but it's for something cool. It's for a good cause too. So we broke out a cover. But we are working on new stuff, which is great. The new stuff so far is more in the vein of like our last single, Betray a Friend. So it's like a little bit more like minor key and like more intense, I would say.
Sure.
But really it's still as catchy as ever, I would say.
Yeah, I think we're definitely trying to lean into the more like energetic kind of vibes that Betray has, but also, you know, have the melancholy vibes that we've maintained throughout the years.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Sounds awesome. How'd the takeover go? Did you guys have a good old time?
It was fun. Alex couldn't be there because he has COVID or had COVID. Are you done with it yet?
I technically still have it. Wait, what'd you say?
I just asked if you had it still, but
oh yeah, no, yeah.
So,
sorry,
but
I got lost in the COVID. Sorry.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun, but a lot of our friends took it over and were like, "Did you fart in the studio?" And I'm like, "No, but I took a big poop."
Nice.
Like, you know, it just became fart and poop jokes per our usual fan base. So
as most things should be.
Of course, that's our vibe, anyways. So, but yeah, I really wanted to do something funnier and like change all of OIE's profile pictures to like something really stupid, but I didn't want to get kicked off the label.
I mean, good move.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing I wasn't involved in that, because we probably would have been kicked off the label.
That's fair.
You released your deluxe version of your debut. Oh my goodness, I cannot talk today. You released a deluxe version of your debut album, A Bitter Descent, back in May, featuring Good Grief, Betray a Friend, and an acoustic version of Headspace and Stuck in the Wake. How's the response been for the album since it released it?
It's been really great. The whole point of us re-releasing was we wanted to give it kind of a second push once we knew that we were going to get signed to the label, because I've seen a lot of bands do that in the past. Like I remember, I think it was Hot Mulligan with like Opportunities did that. They got signed by like No Sleep, and then it got like a huge second push. So we were like, we love this record. We want it to like this cycle to keep going. So, and we wanted to print vinyls too.
Nice.
So we were like, let's throw on something new for people, but also like have it be a little familiar for like the old fans. So that's why we like re-recorded Good Grief, which is from our second EP, and then did the acoustics. But then we added Betray, because that was like the one song we almost put on the record, but it just like wasn't quite done. But everybody's been really receptive to it. Like everybody seems to like Betray a lot, and it has brought us new fans, which was awesome, because that's like was the goal, I guess. Yeah. So
awesome.
Yeah, it was nice to re-record Good Grief too, because like I think even since me joining the band, excuse me, COVID's coming through. Even since me joining the band in 2019, like we have not played that song how it was recorded initially. So it was nice to get it down on paper, I guess, for lack of a better term, how we actually play it and like the actual energy we have behind it. So that's cool. And what's funny is like now I notice we still do like little subtle different things here and there. I'm like, damn, wish we recorded that. Like,
yeah. I mean, that's the way it goes a lot of times too, you know, like you'll record something and be like, man, I wish I would have done this differently or done this. And, you know, and you actually still were able to give this song a breath of fresh air, like a new life.
Exactly. It's very much so us. Yeah, is the best way to put it. It's very much so Another One Down now.
Yeah, especially because like the original version was me and all the old members. So now that we have like basically a completely new lineup, it was nice to get everybody's flavor on that song because that was like for our first like bigger song that like was a fan favorite. So we wanted to make it more like like Alex said, I guess like how we play it now and showcase everybody's styles better.
Nice.
Yeah, hell yeah. So I also saw you guys have a show with Driveway coming up August 26th,
Very excited.
which will actually be a couple weeks after this episode airs, or yeah, a couple weeks before this episode. Yes, that's what.
Yeah,
so,
I know what you were trying to say.
Yes, I got it. I made my way. I figured it out. So we've talked with another Rhode Island band, Sporting.
Yep, we're good friends with Sporting.
Good. They're good. They're just gents, you know. In your opinion, what is the scene like in Rhode Island?
It's interesting. The scene here is this is something a lot of people don't know outside of New England, I would say, but the scene in Rhode Island is very interwoven with the scene in Massachusetts and especially Southern Mass.
Sure.
But it's almost like one big scene because Providence is just so close to Boston and Worcester, really, I guess. So it's like that whole circle is one big scene, and it's a strange scene because it'll really 180 every few years. Like in the early 2010s, it was really, really big pop punk, like all pop punk and easycore too.
Yeah, you had
especially
like Lost for Words and shit out there, and
yeah, and Trophy Wives before they became Make Out and stuff, and it was like really like all pop punk, and then like basically right when Knocked Loose became big, it was like okay, metalcore and like hardcore, and then like. And that was really weird for us too, because we were we were a newer pop punk band when it switched to metalcore, and we were like, fuck, like, what are we going to do? But then it like came back. It just keeps going back and forth. Right now it's more in like an indie emo pop punk centered scene, I would say. But like the scene itself is just really great. There's a lot of people that just consistently come out to shows. There's a lot of house shows, and after touring a bit, like I feel like we're really lucky with our scene in comparison to some other scenes I've seen that are like pretty dead.
Yeah,
it's funny. I was thinking about that the other day actually. So I was thinking about like our first show back, no, our first show of the year actually in Providence at Alchemy.
Yep.
And thinking, like I don't know, like random number, like 7 days, a week prior to this, 5 days prior to this, we were playing to, a place that doesn't really have like an established scene. And it was cool to see like, people who had kind of traveled from Connecticut up to Rhode Island, and then obviously like the Rhode Island scene, some people from Mass, obviously. So it's really cool how it's like this. It's very not centralized. It's just very inclusive, and it's very much so like a safe space.
And people, like you said, people are willing to make the trek. Like it's interesting, like you said, to see people come from like Connecticut and Mass to like Providence, and it's like, oh yeah, it was only like a 2-hour drive. I'm like, I wouldn't even drive 2 hours to see like a band I really like that's like big sometimes. Like if I'm being lazy that day, but yeah, it was cool. It's a cool spot.
Do you have any tour plans for the rest of the year?
We're working on one for October. We're still like in the process of planning because we actually weren't planning on doing one, but then a band we really like hit us up to do one, and we were like, all right, let's try it. So it should be getting announced hopefully in end of August, early September. But yes, we're going to be doing like a short run, like a week run.
Nice. Whereabouts, or you're not saying yet?
I have to look at the whole thing again of what we were routing, but I think we're trying to go kind of west, like to Chicago and come back.
Sure.
Which is what we did last year. and that was a lot of fun. And since we just went south, I mean, we didn't go crazy south. We went all the way to Georgia and came back, but it'd be cool to go this way again. So,
I mean, Chicago's a fun place, so
I love it.
good place
I love
to go.
it so much.
The Big
yeah.
Bean, man.
The Big Bean is there.
The
Big
Big Bean, man.
I got to
You
I got to
gotta
flick the
go
bean on
see
the
the
off day.
bean.
You did flick
I
the
was-
bean, bro.
I was able to flick the bean on the off day.
Oh,
I was definitely afraid to touch it though. There were many questionable markings and smudges on
Yeah, it did
that
look
big
kind of
chrome
gross
structure.
up
That's
close.
how you get
It was
COVID in
kinda gross.
2023.
that's how you get COVID.
That's
Sick.
true.
Damn,
Accurate.
it's just been on me this whole time.
Yeah, it's just been laying in wait.
Late stage bean vid.
Yeah. Got some late stage bean vid. Yeah. Icky. So I actually asked this question in one of our like recent episodes, but it just keeps popping back in my head, and I like it, so I'm gonna ask you it. In your opinion, who would be you can both have different answers, but who would be your personal pop punk Mount Rushmore?
Oh, that's a great question.
Eesh.
Are you talking in terms of like my favorites, or just like general society, what I think are the
Your
top
favorites.
four? Okay,
Your
okay, good.
who would you make your Mount Rushmore?
Oh, damn. Okay. My number one, and I think they are probably, and this is also just because I'm from New England, I'll totally admit that, but
Damn
my
it, you
number
already
one,
told me.
yeah, you already know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Most underrated pop punk band, and I honestly think the best pop punk band of all time is 4 Year Strong. 1000.
I love 4 Year Strong.
Great choice.
They're great.
Perfect blend of pop punk and hardcore. 4 Year Strong. Story so far.
Okay.
Sorry,
You
Alex.
can have the same.
Yeah, no, you can have
Dude,
the same ones. Yeah.
You're taking my Mount Rushmore, man.
God dang.
Oh man.
You took my kids, now you're taking my Mount Rushmore.
It sucks because my answer would have been different a few years ago, but a few of these bands have gotten canceled, so I'm not going to mention them.
That's fair.
That was the struggle I was having a minute ago.
Well, now I'm really just curious, but
I can't say
okay.
the two
that's
bands
fine.
I was going to say
Don't
because
say.
it's just going to be too much. Paramore also up there for me. I think Paramore is amazing, and even though they're not really pop punk anymore, they're just like one of my favorite bands of all time.
That's okay.
And
I still consider them a part of the scene,
I
whether
agree.
they say they are or not.
I agree, 1000%. Oh, four for me is Fall Out Boy, for sure.
Okay,
Oh,
nice. All right, Alex, what we got?
We got room for Metallica on that. I mean,
Sure, fucking go for it, man. I love Metallica.
replace Fall Out Boy with Metallica. We're good.
Ooh. Nice. There you go.
The best pop punk band, Metallica.
That's fine.
Yeah, man.
I mean, dude,
They're
they got
technically pop.
they got some good thrash though, man. Like they go hard.
Have you listened to the new album?
It's amazing.
It's hear me out. I am a lifelong Metallica fan.
Mhm.
Mark is gonna say some shit about the production, but
I like the production, but
yeah, the drum
The new
trick, we get
album's
it.
great.
Anyway, I think it's the best album they've written. Period.
I mean, I don't agree with that, but I definitely I definitely think it's really good. And like
Man, I don't know.
I think
know.
it's
I
the
feel like
best
it really
thing-
captures
I think that's the
everything that
best
they
thing
have.
that they've put out since like the Black Album. I mean,
boo.
I
No
also
one likes Load
personally
Reload, man.
I personally liked Load and Reload. But I think there's a lot of skippers on those. I think I would if I was going to say that like my favorite, I would say probably Master of Puppets. that
Yeah, I get that. I
Let's
mean, if you're gonna say like an overall like what is the most Metallica album, then definitely Master of Puppets. But I feel like Metallica right now, I can hear every single album in that new album, and it's
It's
just mine. Not to get too
it's
deep on it, but like
no,
it's
I
mind
agree.
blowing to me.
It's really good. Like Metallica is like Matt knows I'm annoying about it. Like Metallica is probably my favorite band.
Okay, sick.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, I made a Flying V and an Explorer, and I don't think I know what an upstroke is. So
I don't I have a hard time thinking anyone other than Tom DeLonge can downstroke faster than James Hetfield.
Yeah, facts.
I've been trying to downpick Saint Jimmy by Green Day. Just
You've
the
gotten
intro. It's a
really
Grand Am.
close.
Yeah, man, I'm
in
getting
practice, I'm like, how is you're always like my forearm's on fire. I'm like, yeah, I know.
there. My veins are like popping out and shit.
It's hard, man.
It's really hard. Anyway,
Well, that was fun.
Another one down has been a band for nearly 10 years. Looking back on the last decade, what moments in your
Yeah.
career stand out the most?
I can't believe it's almost been 10 years. That's crazy. There are definitely a few. I mean, the big one for me is always going to be that we got to play Warped Tour the last year, at least for one day, but it was still crazy surreal because it was also usually at the Massachusetts State, they have like an outdoor stage in the woods that the locals used to play on. And for some reason that year, they're like, we're not going to do that. You get to play the amphitheater, which is like where I saw Green Day play my first ever concert ever. So I was like, what the hell? So that was huge. Trying to think of a few other ones like, God, I mean, we've opened up for a lot of really like incredible acts like Warrior Strong and Nothing Nowhere and Meet Me at the Altar and I Set My Friends on Fire and stuff.
Nice.
And just like a lot of bands that like when I was a little scene kid I listened to. So it was really cool to be like playing alongside them and get to meet them and stuff.
Absolutely.
Recent one that was crazy was one that like just happened via text because we have been like being promoted on the Lead Singer Syndrome podcast with Shane Told. And he texted someone from our label and was like, this band is really, really good. Like, great sign. And I was just like, this is crazy that like Shane Told thinks we're good.
That's nuts to hear. Like, I mean, you know, we're very like down to earth people, but you know, hearing something like that definitely picks our feet up off the ground for a second. It's like, okay,
Well, yeah.
it's like, holy shit, what did you just say?
I don't know if you can think of any more, Alex. The only last one I can think of recently, or I guess semi-recently, was after COVID. I was like kind of unsure how, what the scene would be like once COVID ended, but two, just like how we would fare. And then we booked a show at Palladium upstairs with like a bunch of our friends for like our first show back, and like we almost sold it out. And it was
That's
like
awesome.
one of the most insane shows we played. And like that was like a moment of like playing Stuck in the Wake and then like hearing like the entire Palladium upstairs sing it. I was like, this is crazy.
Like,
yeah,
it's weird to think about or to even really say it, but like the music scene immediately after like restrictions was one of the best it's been in like 20 years. It was like everyone was so hungry for music, for like being at a show. Like places just packed no matter what type of show it was for, you know, a good few months at like after COVID. And now it's on its way back to, you know, reality of being a struggle again. But boy, right after COVID, like, man, it was awesome.
Yeah, it's almost. Go ahead. Sorry.
Good. No, I was just gonna harp on the Palladium show because that was an incredibly pivotal moment for me personally. Because I was also unsure. I was like, man, I don't know how the show's gonna do. I don't know how we're gonna sound. I don't know how I'm gonna be like how I'm gonna perform. Because I was a totally different person at that point. Um, so it's I don't know. Looking back, I still have some videos on my phone. Uh, I'll like watch them every now and again and be like, man, I sucked. But like,
Dude,
just,
I mean, I'm that way about Warped Tour. I can see all the videos still. I'm like, we sounded really bad, but it was still fun.
yeah. But just like seeing like the audience and just like the amount of people that were there and the amount of people that were just yelling the words back at us, and watching videos of people jumping off the stage and shit. It's like, damn,
Wild.
this is what I'm here for. This is
Reminds
a
you of
really
why you
big
do
deal.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell
This
yeah.
could get really deep really easy, but we're not going to go there.
We could all start like crying. We could virtual hug.
No, I don't cry, but
we
I'll
can
hug
share a
you.
moment. You don't cry? I cried earlier today, man. Oh, rough day.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Pee Wee Herman
I wish I
passed
could
away,
cry.
man.
Oh
Sad.
yeah, true.
Yeah, I
Pee-wee did
heard. I
die.
heard.
Fuck.
That was crazy.
Fuck. I don't know if you could see it, but right there, that's the fucking bike from Pee Wee Herman's movie.
Oh shit! So you're
That's
like
awesome.
hardcore.
Dude, it's fucking sick. It's Matchbox version, but it's the Scoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Pee Wee Herman, man. It's a bummer. Lost a real one. One of the things, so I was looking around, I saw Rhode Island is known for something that's kind of similar to us Minnesotans, all right? Y'all are known for your New England charm, all right? Now, the question I have is, do you think that you can compete with Minnesota nice?
No shot.
No.
Because New England charm means that you're a huge asshole, but you're also nice at the same time.
You believe it or not, Minnesota's got that too. But
okay.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was in Warwick today in the car, but but my girlfriend had to get her windshield done, and every single
Matt knows
person.
that.
Yeah, we went there to get it replaced. It was just a repair anyway. Fucking insurance companies. Adults, right? But every single person that we've we came in contact with was just miserable, and I was like, what the fuck? And then if I go to Taunton, I'm from Taunton, Mass, originally. If I go back home to my home city, whatever, everybody's miserable. I'm just like, what? So when you say charm, I'm like, what fucking charm is he talking about?
I always think of New England as the saying is so true where it's like people from the East Coast are kind but not nice, but people from the West Coast are nice but not kind. Where it's like at heart they'll be like, watch where the fuck you're going, but like in an endearing way, like they don't or whatever. But like people on the West Coast sometimes are just fake nice, but they're actually like terrible people. Like I don't know. That's how I see it.
Minnesota is like one of the most passive aggressive fucking places ever. So basically, just like as an example, like you're going to Target, right? And like some person, is parked next to you and they're getting in their car, but and you just want to get in your car. You just want to get in your car and you want to go. But you're just sitting there, you're waiting, and you know that they know you're there. You're not going to say anything. You don't say nothing. Nope. You're going to be polite. You're going to sit there and you're going to wait. And 5 minutes later, they'll turn and look at you and go, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll go." And you, no, take your time. Take your time. It's okay. It's not a big deal. So just take your time, smile, wave, and then you get in your car and you're like, fucking asshole. God, like I don't fucking have anywhere to go. Fucking asshole. That's the way
Oh,
it is.
I guess I have some Minnesota charm.
I was gonna say that's like literally both you and I, Alex.
Yeah. That's but the Minnesota niceness is like you're nice, and you're gonna be nice the whole time until you're kind of like by yourself or with somebody you can trust to be yourself, because you gotta let that rage out. You can't be nice all the time.
Yeah. See,
That's
I
how
don't
you
know, man.
explode.
I know. Funnily enough, I was buying like deck paint. Again, adult shit.
Why are all your stories like, yes, I'm doing this very father
I was
thing.
standing in line at the DMV
I
trying to
told you,
get my
I
fishing license.
anyway. Never mind. Y'all don't deserve the story.
I'm invested in deck paint, and I'm never gonna know.
There was
Come
a
on, you
gentleman
can't
who was
leave
very
us
rude
hanging.
to me, and I let him know. He was being very rude. In a not so polite way.
Nice. Get him, Tiger.
We got one more question before we go to a quick break. If you could give our listeners a piece of advice that you know now that you wish you knew when you were first starting your journey, what would it be?
Oh man.
Practice more, learn more, listen, practice. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. That, I mean, to piggyback on that, and that's in all regards. That's not even just like practice, like get tight with your band and like learn like as a band. It's like you have to learn from other people in your scene too, like about like gear or about like how to get shows or like I don't know, stuff like that. Like talk to people, network, listen and learn, because like everybody is going to start out being awful and sounding bad unless you're like I don't know, it's like a 1 in a million shot that you won't, to be honest. And
Yeah,
we
there's not a lot
definitely
of prodigies out there.
yeah. And we definitely sounded bad for a very long time. But we luckily had a lot of good friends and producers and stuff that were like, hey, why don't you try, not using a really crappy solid state amp and turning the gain on 10? That would be cool. Or like stuff like that, like just like little things like that will make you better and better, and just don't be afraid to make mistakes too. Every single mistake that we've made, which has been a lot, has influenced how we think now and made us so much better. I think it's all like cliches, but like it is so important.
I mean, they're
cliche for a reason.
It's a cliche, and it may sound like it's like basic, but sometimes you got to perfect the basics. You can't move on from the basics if you can't do the basics.
Yep.
And there's so much that goes into being a band than just playing your instrument. You have to be able to play, first off, with other people and be good at playing with other people. But there's, the entire back end of it. Like 99 out of 100 bands aren't going to get a manager. That's just real life. You have to learn how to do that yourself. You have to manage yourself, manage your time, manage your, and be able to promote yourself. You have to be able to do all of these things before you can expect anybody else to do it for you.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta have that drive, and you gotta maintain, the want to pursue this thing, and also to kind of backtrack a little bit. Like you got to learn like etiquette, I guess is the best word. Like don't go to a show and not bring any of your shit. If you go to a show and bring just your guitar when you require an amplifier, you're a dickhead. Unless, to put it plain and simple, like I've invested a lot of my earnings, I guess, into my gear. I want that shit to last.
Right.
I don't need someone trying to blow it up. Or someone asked me to like if they could like jump off my amp one time, And I was like,
Oh my god.
no,
No, you may not.
absolutely
If
the
you-
fuck not.
If you know Alex Thetonia, that is the most hilarious question of all time to ask him.
Well, that's a
Then I-
fucking weird question to
Fucking
ask in the
dumb.
first place. Hey, I know you're letting me use your shit, but can I fuck it up?
Yeah, literally that. And then I had someone else ask me if they could run like a bass through it with, which I understand that there's like a whole thing you can do with it. The fucking splitter, the ABY. I understand. I'm wicked into it. I love Cleopatra, one of my favorite bands. No, you cannot run that into my 16 ohm cab. No, you cannot. Sorry. Bring your own shit if you have a weird setup. I'm sorry.
Right.
Which is
That-
fine, but
And that's
at
just
the same,
that's professional.
Yeah.
and that's it.
If you want to be
Yeah.
taken if you want to be treated with respect, in this industry, you also got to act professional, or act as professional as possible. And that's nobody saying you can't be a jackass and be a goofball and have fun, but you can't just fuck off, not bring stuff, and and expect
For
people
real.
to be cool with you.
Prior to Another One Down, in a previous band, I had someone who asked me if they could borrow. They started off with, "Can I borrow your cab?" I was like, "Okay, fine." Can I borrow your amp too? I was like, "Sure, I guess that's fine." And then they're like, "Can I borrow your pedal board?" I was like, "Dude,"
That's crazy.
"You can use the tuner." Okay, and
That's still a lot, man. Did he ask for your guitar too?
Yep,
Yeah, I'll bet.
he
Stop.
sure did.
I'm sure.
I'm not joking. This was in the other band there, but yeah, no, and I said no to the guitar. I was like, "Nah, dude, you what the fuck?" Like, no. And then I wound up just letting him use just the cab. I was like, "You gotta find other shit."
I no longer trust you.
Yeah, no. I was like, you were cutting it close with the fucking pedal board, and then the guitar. I was like, nah.
That's it. That's it. And on that nice story and having trust issues, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back with our next segment. Hey, Pat here with Unsigned Pop Punk. We're a community dedicated to building up the music scene by shining a spotlight on up-and-coming bands. Now, I know what you must be thinking. These guys must be raking in the cash. Wrong. But you can help us help others by picking up some merch. We found what big business is selling shirts for, and we slashed the prices. We saw what people are charging for sweatshirts, and we windmill kicked those prices in the face. So pick up some merch from us today. You won't be mad you did. And we're back. Now it's time for everybody's favorite segment, the Food for Thought segment. This is when things usually start to get off the rails a bit. Because we just get into food and weird shit at this point. And it's gonna be fun. You guys like talking about
I'm so excited. I literally all we do is talk about food in the band, I would say. So.
Good. I mean,
of all the people in the band to be on this interview right now, I think I talk the least amount about food.
Yeah, I know. Dylan should be
contrast.
here, dude. Dylan should be here. We would have such a conversation. But
oh boy,
yeah, they definitely have more to contribute. But this will be a fun contrast.
All right. We've got a couple good ones in here. This is a lot shorter of a segment. It's only a few questions, but we try to get into it a little bit. So with the ocean right next door, obviously seafood is massive there, from crab cakes to calamari. What would you say is the go-to spot for anyone coming to your neck of the woods? And inside that, just is it weird if for someone to live in Rhode Island and not like seafood? Is that a normal?
Definitely weird.
Yeah.
I know people that are that way, but
Sure.
It's always met with how do you not like seafood? You're from Rhode Island. It's always a big stink thing.
Yeah,
but
we have shit like that here too. So
for me, the spot to go, and this isn't like the most like high society spot. It's just like the classic spot.
Go to.
You got to go to Iggy's and get clam cakes and chowder. That's like a Rhode Island staple. Get the New England clam chowder and clam cakes, which if people don't know is just basically a giant ball of fried dough with like one clam in it, but it's amazing.
You're lucky if you get.
They have the best. Yeah, that's true. But Iggy's is the best. There's a few big ones down in Narragansett, like Aunt Carrie's and stuff like that. But in my opinion, Iggy's is the best.
And that's for clam cakes?
Clam cakes and chowder.
Not crab cakes?
Clam cakes.
Okay. So I don't honestly even know if I've heard of clam cakes. I know of crab cakes.
It's a very Rhode Island thing.
Okay. Matt, what are your thoughts on some clam cakes? You gonna fuck with some?
It sounds like a good pop punk song.
Clam cakes and chowder.
It does. It does.
Well, you're kind of pronouncing it weird, Marcus. It's actually pronounced chowder.
Yeah, clam cakes and chowder.
Yeah.
You're spitting.
Right on. Well, Alex, what are your thoughts? What do you got?
Man, I don't know. I don't really have like a spot, I guess. I typically just kind of.
It doesn't have to be seafood either. So like what's your spot?
My spot in New England? It's probably Square Peg in Warren, Rhode Island, to be completely honest. It's just like, I don't know, they have like fish tacos and, stuff like that. But I mean, on the subject of seafood, I mean, I'll probably just go to like a market basket and pick up.
I'll go to a Long John Silver's.
I'll go to a market basket, pick up a lobster.
I will say, on the subject of not seafood though, the spot to go, our go-to spot after every show in Providence, Ogie's Trailer Park. It is a trailer park themed bar that
is a staple of another one down.
Yeah, and it has an amazing like little mini kitchen where they just concoct the craziest things, like a shaved steak sandwich with mozzarella sticks in it. It's the craziest drunk food ever, and it's my favorite bar. So that's definitely
a phenomenal picture of Marcus consuming one of those.
Yes, that is true.
We will have to dig that up.
Nice. We'll use it for like the main picture.
Perfect.
Good.
That'll be the promo for this.
We filmed we filmed part of a music video there too. So that's how much of a staple it is. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So one of the other things that I just found out today, I didn't even know, but Rhode Islanders also seem to share something close with our friends in Chicago. So this is a two-part question. All right. First, are they called hot dogs or hot wieners?
Okay.
All right. Well, this is hold on. They are called both, but hot wieners are different than hot dogs.
Okay.
It's a different type of meat, and it's also a different color for some reason.
Okay.
But this is a really weird thing. Don't ask me why this is the case, but this is the case. In Rhode Island, there is a staple food and a staple place called New York System wieners.
Yep.
I don't know why it's New York System, because it's a Rhode Island thing. Yeah. But it is basically a hot wiener with ground beef, celery salt, and onions and mustard on it. If you put ketchup on it, you get kicked out of the restaurant.
So it's like a coney dog?
Basically it's basically our version of a coney dog.
Okay.
But whenever people from New York come, they're like, what the fuck is this? So
yeah, and don't you dare fucking call it a hot dog.
And that's
they will get mad at you at the restaurant, because that's their whole thing. Everyone there who works there is an asshole. And they just yell at you. Like, you don't even go up to the counter. You sit down and they go, what do you want?
Yeah.
If you say hot dog, they're like, get the fuck out.
Hot wieners all the way.
There's some place. I I'm telling you right now, I just won't fucking eat there because ain't no way. I'm not asking for a hot wiener. I'm sorry. I can't
Nah,
do
it's
it.
great.
It sounds fucking dumb. Like, it sounds stupid. Like, I want a hot dog, man. I don't want a hot wiener.
That's fair.
You know? But
I mean, you put onions on it, anything's good.
no, it sounds fucking delicious.
It's
But
great.
it's a hot dog. But I don't want to. We won't get fight. But the second part of this question, this is what y'all share with Chicago: ketchup. Yes or no?
On a hot wiener, no, but on a normal hot dog, I don't give a fuck.
Nice.
What about you, Alex?
I feel like mustard is hot wiener material.
Yeah.
But on a hot dog, I don't really care. I guess.
Is it
I don't know.
like okay? If you were to put,
I know this is probably hilarious.
Okay, if you were to put a hot dog, right, this hand, and a hot wiener without the shit on it, there's nothing. It's just they're just two, a dog and a dog wiener, just plain old thing. Do they really taste different?
Yeah.
Do they really?
It's they definitely do taste different. They also look different. Like a hot wiener is like almost the color of like your background, like redder.
It reminds me of like linguiça.
Okay.
And
not flavor wise,
that's
color
a deep
wise.
red.
Yeah, let me see if I can find a picture.
Matt, are you looking them up?
I did not expect this interview. I was going to be Googling what a hot wiener looks like.
Are you getting a lot of different like contrasting things right now?
I'm just seeing Elton Brown sucking down a hot wiener.
Oh,
But
there we go.
they look like hot dogs to me, but I'm an uncultured person apparently.
That's okay.
But it's a subtle difference, but it definitely
it's
tastes
a subtle difference. No, it's not this. It's drastic. It's not the fucking same.
For the record here, I don't care. I think this is hilarious.
For the record, I don't either. It's just part of my joy to poke.
I just care about Pat talking about wiping shit off his hot wiener. That's all I care.
Yeah. Man's really over here poking about hot wieners.
Matt, that was gross. Jesus.
I'm gonna see it. Got one more food question for you.
Okay.
You are given the opportunity to create another one down restaurant. What's on the menu? What's the vibe? And most importantly, what's the slogan to get people in the door?
Oh, man, that is a.
We got you hot wieners.
Bro, I mean McDonald. We'd have to
McDonald's. Shut up. No. What is a food we all eat? I know. All right, drinks we all drink. This is a weird one, but all of us drink the pink lemonade natty lights. So that would.
Dude,
I was looking for Natter Days today.
Dude, Natter Days is a treasure.
Yeah, I agree.
A fucking treasure.
So good.
So there probably
people are haters.
Be a bunch of that, and like Trulies, I guess.
No, fuck Truly, dude. Truly.
Is this gonna be Trulies and Natter Days?
What are you guys drinking? Is it White Claws? Or is
well,
it no High Noons? High Noons, fuck.
High Noons are the way to go, but they're expensive. But Dylan be buying the Trulies because they're on the Save Money team. But
understandable. Same. That's why I'm literally drinking a Gansett as we speak. So
wow, you're very Rhode Island of you.
This was completely coincidental. They were on sale.
For food, I mean, I'm trying to think of like food we all enjoy. I know a lot. We all get like burrito tacos a lot when we go out.
Good stuff.
I know. The thing is, this is a hard question for Alex and me to answer because Alex will be like, "Yeah, can I have a salad?" And we'll all be like, "Yeah, can I have like the greasiest, most fucking vile thing on the menu, please?"
Like, what has the most protein in it? Like...
I relate to you much more.
It'll just have different sections. They'll have the Alex section, and then you all meet in the middle for your Natter Days.
Mine will
Yeah.
be like a build your own salad, and it'll be
Oh, a
like
salad
a
bar.
like a down pick your own salad.
I
There
like
it is.
it. You could do
Probably
like a burger bar.
That's lame.
I genuinely, actually, though, I think we would probably do wings. That's like the one thing where
Yeah,
like, all right, we're gonna order food, let's get wings, then we just get a shit ton of wings. And there used to be this amazing wing bar in Rhode Island that closed because of COVID. Fuck COVID. And I'm very sad about it. But
What the fuck? What would our slogan be though?
Oh man, it would have to be I hardly know her joke, probably.
Oh, it would probably.
I don't know. I can't. I'm not funny on the spot.
I'm not funny.
I can't think of
period.
anything funny. I don't know.
Appetizer.
Yeah, there you go. Appetizer. I hardly know her. And then no one would come because it's not funny.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it. That's good. That's some good.
No, dude, it's bad. It gets really anything that ends like it's tough.
One of the worst things is on tour. We have shut the fuck up. We have a meme about the trailer where we're like, what happened to the trailer? Where's the trailer? But then someone will go, trailer? I hardly know her. And that will just happen 16 times a day for the entire tour, and then we want to kill each other.
Yeah.
I mean,
I get really annoyed by like day 2, but then like I'm
is-
so exhausted by like day 3 that I think it's funny, then I start making the jokes.
that is like standard tour shit though. Like, I mean, everybody's got their like fucking. I'm still traumatized by shit my band used to do on tour. Like, we used to play this game called the Sandwich Punch game, and
Wait, we know another band that does this.
okay, this was a while ago. And I think we started this in like 2008, and the Sandwich Punch, it could be any burger, anything like that, and you have to put something that doesn't belong to the sandwich on top of it if you're gonna set it down. Because if you set it down, you don't have a fry or something, and you set it on top of it, it is safe. But if you just take a bite, once you have to take a bite first, but once you take a bite and you just set it down, it's fucking free game for somebody to just smash that motherfucker. But if you put like a fry on top of it, or like if your burger doesn't come with lettuce and you found a piece of lettuce and you set it on top, that's fine. But if somebody smashes it, they got to buy you a new one.
Oh my god.
That's the game. And so like to this day, my wife can attest. Matt, I don't know if you've ever known, but if you watch me eat a burger, I don't set it down. I hold it the whole time.
Oh, you
Like,
poor thing.
That is some PTSD type beat.
Yeah, I don't set it down anymore. But there's this one time when we're in New York City, and it was super funny. We went to a McDonald's, and it was so fucking expensive.
McDonald's.
Like, it was like in the like New York City area, like Times Square area, and so it was just really expensive for no good reason. And my buddy, like my guitar player Joe, he's like, you know what, I'm gonna take one for the team, and I'm gonna just lose money on this. And we wanted to get our drummer back so bad because he kept fucking punching our sandwiches and stuff. And so he got a burger for the sole point of just fucking getting it wrecked. And so he took a bite of the burger and then like put a shit ton of ketchup inside it, just like fucking loaded.
Oh no.
Just set the bun on top and like set it down and like walked away. And my drummer was like, haha, fucker. And it went boom, smash, just blasted ketchup all over himself. And to this day, we still joke about it. We're like, really, Joe? Really? Fucking New York City? Really? And like that's it.
That's gold.
Yeah.
I'm glad that none of us are aggressive towards
Yeah, I
the
know.
food that we purchase.
Like none of us were really aggressive either for any reason until except for this stupid fucking game. And I don't know why we even started it.
I think I would cry if someone punched my sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
And then the game would be over forever.
For sure. But I never had that problem because I don't put my burger down. I hold it the whole time.
I just feel like 9 times out of 10 we like split like an appetizer or some shit.
It is.
That's true.
I'll tell you, like it is when you've got your cheeseburger, your Mac burger, right? Just smushed. You just get that sad kid look. Just like,
yep. I can
defeated.
imagine it. That would be me. Just fucking sad Charlie Brown walk away. Like
Just defeated. Especially if it's like, after a show, like 2 a.m. I just wanted to eat and go to bed, man.
All I wanted.
I just wanted this fucking sandwich. God damn it. Okay. Now it's time for rapid fire questions.
Friendships will be tested. Rapid fire questions.
You're just going to speak from the heart. You're going to shoot from the hip.
mm-hmm.
This is where friendships get tested. Mountain Dew or Mellow Yellow?
Mountain Dew.
Do
Horror or comedy movies?
probably comedy. I
Comedy.
mean, generally speaking, I like horror, but like generally speaking, comedy.
Okay.
Yeah, same exact answer for me.
All right. Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon?
Cartoon Network.
Ooh, for me it depends which era. Because if it's like mid 2000s, Nickelodeon, but like later,
Whole span.
whole span.
Entire
Okay,
catalog.
hold on.
Whole span, I got to go Cartoon Network. Then they've had too many goats. Nickelodeon started to go too far into the terrible sitcom era in the 2010s.
Yeah, no, you're true about that. So I stick with Cartoon Network
Okay.
because all I can think of is like Teen Titans, OG Teen Titans.
Fair. Thin crust or regular crust pizza?
Regular crust all day.
I like both, but I think regular probably.
Lindsay Lohan or Tara Reid?
Oh man. Like
Lindsay
in
Lohan,
general or by
Lohan.
looks or
In general.
general? Probably Lindsay Lohan for me.
Wow, you guys, you're real connected.
Yeah.
This is
Look
like,
at
you're
us.
You were on the
I wonder
same
what
page.
Co-Star says today, Marcus.
Yeah, I know. You must kiss your guitarist. Oh.
I will.
Brandon, okay. I'm wicked down. I think Brandon's the only member of AOD I haven't kissed. Anyway, next question.
Okay, we got 2 left. Newfound Glory or MXPX?
Ooh, okay.
Is bottom text an answer?
I admit MXPX is a better band, but I like Newfound Glory's songs better, so Newfound Glory.
I'm not a huge fan of either.
Either
I'm
of
being
them.
honest.
Oh,
Yeah, man. I know.
fuck out of here. No.
Dude, I get that all the time. And I understand. I totally get it.
That's okay.
Not my cup of tea.
You got your own opinions, and that's okay. I'll let them know.
That's fine.
Let's give him a call after this. The last
Put me on.
put me on. We'll talk. We'll discuss. The last question isn't either or, but we're gonna test your jingles knowledge. So one of you can take this. Can you sing for us the O'Reilly Auto Parts jingle?
O'Reilly's Auto Parts.
Oh!
There you go.
I worked in the automotive field for a long time.
See, I love that. I appreciate it.
sucks.
Like this is that's probably one of the most recognizable jingles in America, I would say. One of.
That one and like Empire. That one is just classic.
See, last year's we had the Bagel Bites jingle, and boy, that was most people didn't remember it.
I don't remember it, to be honest.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. See, that's why we switched it.
I'll give him a call.
I think somebody needs to make an updated version. Bring the bagel bites back into the mainstream.
I agree. I did fuck with bagel bites for a while.
Dude, it's so good. It's so
It
good.
always gave me tummy aches.
They did do that for me, but I still liked them.
You just
They
you
didn't
have
like
like
me.
a gluten problem.
No, it's just like anything I eat that isn't salad. Apparently,
That might be
makes
a
me feel
gluten
like shit.
problem.
It might be.
Might be.
We'll see.
Like
I think it's more
celiac
dairy
disease or
related, but
something.
celiac, no. We'll see. I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just hit me up and we'll text
do.
about
Yep.
it. Well, that's it.
And
You did it. You finished the podcast. Now's your chance. Let everybody know what you got going on, where they can find you, and what's next.
Cool. So we just dropped our deluxe on Open Your Ears Records of A Bitter Descent, our debut album. We have vinyl and we have merch, and you can find that on OIE's website or on our Bandcamp. Pretty soon, we're going to get back into the studio and record some more stuff because we love making music. And we also have a cover coming soon, which will be cool. So I hope you guys enjoy that.
You want to throw out your socials and stuff like that?
Oh,
too?
yeah. So I hate saying this out loud, but we are on x.com.
Oh, yeah. Is it officially like
I
X?
think it's still Twitter right now, but the app is X.
Yeah.
Fuck Elon Musk. He's the worst person alive. But we're
Not the
at
worst person alive.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but he's up there. We're at another one down _ on X. We are at another one down RI on Instagram and Facebook. And we are at another one down _ on TikTok too. So
Gotta get on that Threads, baby.
we are on Threads, but I've only made like 2 posts, and I'm like, does anyone use this? And then we got like 7 likes. So
Oh,
I was like,
well,
okay.
There's a lot of people on it.
I should start using it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just lazy.
It's good stuff. Me and Matt hopped on it right away.
Did.
What number are you, Matt? Like 300,000 or something?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he made it in the first 500,000. That dude, he got on it.
That's awesome.
I hopped on it like 2 hours later, and I'm like 4 million. No,
Oh my
2
God.
million, I think 2 million. But
we got a
still,
chance, Marcus. We can do this.
you got
No,
to-
we're on it, but I don't know what the fuck number we are.
Just have Alex thread whatever he wants on Threads.
You don't want that. You don't want that.
That's what like Twitter is for, just shit posting. All Threads is just, doing what Twitter did a little bit.
Yeah.
It's
But like a better place.
That's like www.creedthoughts.
Yeah.
Any
I
Office
support it.
fans? No. All right.
I support it. I knew what you
All
were
right,
going with.
All
I
right.
knew
All
it.
right. No one's gonna like it, but I'll do it.
I appreciate it, and I'd be there. I'll be your follower.
Perfect. That's all I need.
Cool. Well, Alex, Marcus, thanks so much for hanging out with us today. It's a lot of fun, and Matt and I, we're gonna hop into the Unsigned Pop Punk news right now, and you're gonna hear that with this jingle right here. What's up, friends? Welcome to the Unsigned Pop Punk News. We just were chitting and chatting with, the fellas of Another One Down. And yeah, it was a good time. Good time.
Beautiful.
What we're going to talk to you about right now, though, we got things. Things are happening. Unsigned Pop Punk is taking over the world. We're going to do this. We're going to create world peace, unity. And we want to hear your thoughts about what we could do for the world and for the community, mostly the music community. No, but for real, we want to hear from you. We want to let us know about what you thought about today's episode. Who you'd like to hear or see on the show, even. And let us know. Join our Discord. and just chat with us. It's a good old time. It's a good old time, right, Matt?
Yeah. Click the link. Up, down, left, right. Spin
Clicking-
around a few times.
Clicking links.
I don't care how you get there.
Just get there.
Link.
Shoot us a DM.
Yeah,
Can't get there. Shoot us a DM. I'll get you there. We'll be friends
please. I miss you.
on any social media. Just hit us up. We'll get you there.
We'll get you there. We'll also get you to our merch store if you'd like. Because on that merch store, we have our gender equality shirt. And that gender equality shirt, we donate 15% of every purchase of it to the Trevor Project, whose mission is to end suicide among LGBTQ youth. So help us in supporting this amazing cause and supporting saving young LGBTQ lives.
Yo, and if you haven't heard, if you've been living under a rock and haven't heard, Emo Prom is coming up. If you're in the Minnesota area, you want to come to Emo Prom on October 7th, make sure you get your tickets before they're sold out. This is going to be a good time. I'm going to wear a tux coat with a tail. Got my Dickies. Get your finest pair of Dickies and lace up your chucks and let's dance the night away. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
So you can find tickets by going to unsignedpoppunk.com, going to the events page. All that info is right there. Get yourself some tickets. Twitch news, got that New Music Friday on Tuesday, every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and the super awesome music video show live on Twitch every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I don't know why I forgot to say this in the middle, but every Wednesday is the top 10 music video countdown. So you can go vote for your favorite music video. Every week it's up there. You can just go look, see who you like, vote up to 5 bands. You can vote once a day. Go for it. Go vote and watch every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time on our Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/unsignedpoppunk. And my friends, that is the way the news goes. Thanks again to Marcus and Alex for hanging out with us today. Matt, thank you for being my friend. Gibby, thank you for all the wonderful things that you do, being Twitch Master Gib. And Lawrence, thanks for creating all of our cool designs and making us look better than we deserve to look. Ross, thanks for taking care of the website and doing all those things. And all of you, thanks for all your hanging outs y'all do with us. Thanks for coming to our events. Thanks for coming out to shows and supporting local music. Thank all of you so much. And thank you for listening to this podcast episode. We will see you next Monday. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out the show. Please hit that like, subscribe, or follow button so you never miss an episode. And thank you so much to those of you who already are. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or anywhere else you stream your podcasts. If you're in the position to help us grow and like behind the scenes access and exclusive shows, head on over to our Patreon at www.patreon.com/unsignedpoppunk. Let us know in the comments who you'd like to see on the show and what other content you'd like to see. Thank you all so much.